Hello, JMC family. Hope everyone is having a great Wednesday afternoon and evening. It's a beautiful day here. Um, just wanted to jump on here to give everyone a chance to join us for our intro to foster care. In this section, this portion of our videos, I'd just like to run through a few things prevalent in foster care right now, and what's if there's any questions that individuals have about foster care and looking to become a foster parent. I am here to answer those and just be a reliable and consistent source of support for our families. If there's anyone that might be curious about fostering, what it takes, what are the needs of foster care kiddos, and why I do this work and why JMC is so committed and so passionate about bringing support to these kiddos. So I just like to give a little bit of time here for anyone who's looking to be a part of this live. If they want to join in, leave a comment, please. Let me know how you're doing, where you're at. If you have any questions about fostering, if you are curious just about the current climate of things in foster care, I'm here to answer any questions you might have, or um, join you in celebrating these amazing kiddos, because there are amazing kiddos in foster care, and we do have an awesome staff that we have here at JMC that supports them in a lot of different kind of ways. For those who don't know, JMC, or James Matthew Commission, we are a an organization that supports fostering um, through a few different avenues. We have emergency placement services for the state that we support by giving the states some beds and for kiddos that are in need of emergency placement. For some teens, we have teens and some tweens in our houses that are in need of either a place to transition between placements, a place to buy some time, or give some extra time for their social workers to find them a more permanent place, or if they're put into protective custody based on the report of a law enforcement officer. There's a lot of different reasons that kiddos get placed into foster care, but we're there to welcome them all and provide them with safety and stability regardless. We really appreciate anyone who supports us and is part of that mission. And if anyone's interested, we say that there's a seat at the table for everyone in foster care. There's a big need um, in our state, in Washington State. There's a lot of kiddos that need some placement. There's not enough homes. We need more beds, more places for these kiddos to lay their head, and beds can come about in a few different manners. Like I said, we have some emergency placement houses, but as a foster parent, you can also open your home to respite care. Respite care provides a foster parent with a little bit of a break, some time to either go on vacation, get some of their own self care. They could be using that time to visit their own family and and meet their needs, and just anything. It just could be for a weekend, for a few days. We just really like to encourage that because it allows foster parents to kind of recharge and set their reset, and charge their batteries, so they could keep providing stability and support for these kiddos who need it. Respite care is a great way to be a part of the foster care system. If you don't have the time or the ability to do long-term placements, and like I was saying, there's also long-term placements, kiddos who need a little bit more than just a short stay. They need some stability so that either their parents can get them back, we can find some relatives for them to live with, or they might not have anybody. They might have nobody that is willing to take them into their home, and they need a forever home for them to find stability and support. And I keep saying those two words, stability and support, because especially right now, I find that is very prevalent to talk about that, because we're coming up on schools. The summer days are still hot, but we're coming into fall and we're coming into the school year, and that's really a could be a tough time. Not only for all kids, it's you have to leave summer behind, and but exciting for some too that get to see their friends at school. um but unfortunately, some foster kiddos are starting out the year in schools that they are not familiar with, or schools that they know they might not end up in. And that's really unfortunate. The average stay for a child in foster care is 12 to 18 months. Um, I think it's like that, 15 or maybe 15 to 18, somewhere in there, but around a year and a half. And that means in that year and year and a half, like just average, there is an average of 3 different placements that they can have. I mean, there's some kiddos that have a lot more. There's some kiddos who are lucky enough to find their, forever home in the home of a family friend or family member. It's kinship care. We also very much encourage those homes to get licensed. If you are someone who's taking care of a kiddo and you're not licensed or not getting providing support, that's a huge push for the state right now, is to get those homes licensed so that we can support these kiddos and maintain stability, so that they don't blow out of that placement, or the parents don't burn out from providing this added support that they were not anticipating. And we want to stabilize them as much as possible for our kiddos, because stability will increase their likelihood to succeed in school. Children who are in foster care want to succeed. There are a lot of kids who just stay in so long that they kind of learn that they think that they don't have the ability. And there is a study that says 70% of youth in foster care would like to attend college one day. And that is awesome. We want that number to be high, and that's great. But less than 3% of adults who have experienced foster care have a bachelor's degree. So out of that 70%, we lose about 2/3 more so of them, saying that don't end up following through. But there's a lot of resources out there for them to utilize. And we tell our kids, utilize these things, utilize the resources that you're given, so that you can be, you don't be added to the larger statistic, but maybe the smaller statistic, and help that statistic grow from 3% on up. And we really want our kiddos to feel supported and stable, so that they can take chances that they might not feel safe doing if they're not in a safe home. Safety is the number one concern for us, because that is what's going to allow a child to thrive. If they do not feel physically safe, emotionally safe, or socially safe, they're not going to grow in that sense. They're going to stay stuck in a place of defense, in a place of looking for a way to maintain control of their feelings, emotions, and safety. So we really want to encourage parents to look at their schedules, see how they might be able to fit in weekends here and there. The startup paperwork does take a little bit of time, and I am happy enough to be a part of it. I just had a meeting with prospective foster parents that we did orientations, started some of their paperwork all in one go. We got them ready, set, go. They're really passionate about providing support wherever a kid will need it, and I wanted to meet them where their passion was at and use the momentum we had. And we're continuing through the licensing process, and it's going to be great. And I know they're going to be an amazing foster home because of their passion and their willingness to do some tough work in the time being, even if it's not a large amount of placements or a long term. We're still kind of narrowing down on where their ideal placement is going to lie, but we're going to work with them, and we're going to make sure that they have all the tools that they feel they need to succeed and to be this place of support for a child in need. So fostering is amazing. It is not always straightforward. There's a lot of what ifs that we encounter in each day, but we're not going to pretend like we know one way or another the outcome, but we're going to help you work through the potentials of those outcomes, whether it is a child moving back and out of your home back into their parents or into a forever home, if that's what's in their best interest. That's always our main focus, is what's in their best interest, what's going to maintain their stability, their support, their ability to gain trust and ultimately succeed. We want our children to succeed, not only academically, but socially and emotionally too, because another alarming stat too that I've found is the amount of homelessness within and incarceration within our foster care community, because 37% of youth who experience foster care also experienced homelessness before the age of 17, before they're even able to age out. And that's higher in Washington state than the nationwide average. We have a high percentage of homeless within our youth. And nearly 1 in 4 youth, young adults, will be arrested within 1 year of aging out of foster care. When they start to see their options going down, they look for stability. And the unfortunate viewpoint that some of them have is that stability can come behind some bars and some more heavy restrictions. Being incarcerated, we don't want that to be their only way out of what they feel like is a place that they're stuck. They're 2.5 times more likely, if they've experienced foster care, to be incarcerated sometime in their life than a child that has not, or put in an institution. So almost 3 out of every one of our children for every one of a child that has not experienced foster care. That is a high rate. That's significant. And I've been mentioning a little bit pieces about school, and as I say, as we get now into school, summer is over. There's some freedoms that children and parents might have had that won't be happening as much. So we'll have more eyes on our students or on our children, with the additive teachers and bus drivers and extracurricular adults. And that's when we see an intake, uptick in intakes for our kiddos. We see more kiddos get taken into care, or reports being filed, because there's more eyes on them. They're going through a period of transition. They might be in a school they're not familiar with, but we can bring fostering to them. We want you as parents, wherever you may be at, let us know. We want to connect you with a child in your community that's in need, because there's somebody there in every one of the counties that we serve. There's a need for children to be taken into a home. So we want to provide you with the support so you feel capable of doing that, keeping them in their community, keeping them with their friends, who could be your children, that could be your neighbors, that could be a lot of different people in your life that want to stay in their community. And that's why sometimes when they see the transition coming of new school, new place, there's not attitudes, but behaviors that come up for those kiddos. So I just want to come on here to. Sorry, there was a little bit of sad stats in there, but we we see the reality that just really that foster kids need foster parents, and parents come in all shapes and forms, and there's not and parents don't just mean a mom and dad, but just sort of supportive adults. So we need supportive adults in their lives. And we want you to be that in their community. So just get to know us a little more at jmckids.com. See if you like the things we have to say. If you're on here, that's what I assume you do, and I hope you do. But if not, get to know us better. I have in the link to this. Oh, someone gave me a heart. Thank you. So someone, in this sorry, I was just excited. Someone liked our video. That's great. Always like to see people positive respond to even some sad realities of fostering. But I have a link in this description of this video that you can look at my calendar and schedule time with me just to talk about fostering and how you might fit into fostering, not just on that website, but within this video, there's a way. Or shoot me if you're more of a texter, like to text and say, hey, what's up? I'm thinking about fostering. Let's find a time. If it doesn't work in the times allotted, that's my phone number. I'm always available to our foster parents. Our foster parents, I say, have the hardest job. It has to be maintained 24/7, and I want to be at least accessible the exact amount of time, that the same amount of time that they are parents. So please reach out to us. If you're more of an email person too, you want to see things spelled out, fosters@jmckids.com. Easy way to reach out to us, learn more. So I really appreciate anyone who's joined in now, in the future, who is interested in fostering and just wanted to learn more. Hope that you got a little insight into why I'm expressing the need for more foster parents right now with school coming up. We have just stability that is we're looking for these kiddos, or a little bit of support while their parents get the help they need, or other foster parents get the self-care they need, because it's very important. So please reach out to us. I'm looking forward to chatting with whoever is wanting to chat about fostering, because it is just an amazing thing to talk about, because it's amazing to hear the heart and the passion that everyone has. So thanks, everyone. Hope everyone has a great day, and we look forward to you joining our village for children in need. Because it takes a village of supportive adults and people that have their backs to really raise up these children in need. So thanks, everyone. Josh Kent signing off here. Please reach out. Let us know how you want to be a part of fostering and a part of our village. Thanks, everyone.